Hey you, this is Yvonne, and I'm going to be talking about freedom because that's what this channel is all about. So today I'm going to be talking about freedom from projection. I'm going to give you an introduction to shadow work. So the first thing you need to understand is that every human being has a shadow. In fact, human beings are the place where light and shadow meet. If you think about the spine, the chakras actually follow the spine. Human beings stand upright, and divine energy is able to come down through our being, through our chakras, all the way from the top of the skull, which is the crown chakra, down to the sixth chakra, and then the fifth chakra, the fourth chakra, third, second, and first chakra, all the way down along the spinal cord and the primary organs. Each one has a chakra, which is an energy vortex. So the light is able to come down and also up through the earth. And so there are two strands of energy, one coming down, one going up. And when these are activated, that's called Kundalini activation. But regardless of whether or not you've had Kundalini activation, you are still channeling the energies of the cosmos and the earth through your being. It's almost as if that's the purpose of the human being. So we are the place where light and shadow meets. And in the center, as the divine energy passes through our chakras, it actually refracts into the colors of the rainbow. Human beings are the place where light and shadow meets, and that's also where the rainbow is formed. If you ever look through a refracting glass, you'll see that the light refracts exactly at the place where light and shadow meets. And that's why rainbows are formed in the sky. It's because there are droplets of water after a rain shower. And those droplets of water create shadow. And so the rainbow forms where light and shadow meet. So the human being is the place where light and shadow meet. In the center, human beings are a living rainbow. So the thing to consider is that when we think about the shadow, it's the things we have repressed, the things we've disowned, usually because they scare us, they frighten us. It usually comes from unprocessed wounding. And yet, our power is in the shadow. And when we integrate light and shadow, that's when we have more integrity because we're more integrated and we're stronger. Just like a building with integrity is stronger, has a stronger foundation. And the different parts are in alignment and woven together. They're integrated. That creates strength and integrity. And so that's what we want to do as human beings. So we have to work with the shadow instead of repressing. We learn to open our minds to our own shadow, to see our own shadow, to own our shadow, and to integrate it, to heal the woundedness instead of projecting it outward. Okay. And in that sense, we become free because when we're no longer projecting our shadow outward, we are able to see our own shadow and to heal and integrate the woundedness that created the shadow. And then we become more empowered. So the shadow is like the energy of wounding that gets clumped in the body because it was never processed. Okay. So it just clumps there and it's held there for a long time. It can be held there the entire life if it's never processed and healed and integrated. So the problem with that is that when the energy of the cosmos, the divine energy of the cosmos coming down through our chakras or coming up through the earth, if it hits woundedness, it goes crooked. Okay, it doesn't flow straight. So that's where we get reactivity, projection, fears, complexes, neuroses, and that's also where the concept of the petty ego comes from, because the petty ego is just all the reactivity and the neuroses. So what we want to do is work on healing the clumps of wounding that have been trapped in us, that energy of the wounding has been trapped. So we want to work on healing it. But first you have to be able to see it. You can't heal it until you see it. And actually there are ways to heal, even if you don't have an actual memory of what caused the pain. But sometimes it's easier if you do have a memory of what caused the pain. So the way that you get clues about what's there are the things that trigger you, the things that frighten you, anger you, scare you. Usually it's all of those things. It's like a discomfort. It's like a rejection of that, or when you're projecting, anything you're reacting to or projecting, then that gives you a clue about your own shadow, okay? Your own woundedness. And so when you see that, then you can work on that. So jealousy can be another example, and anger, frustration, fear, anything like that where you're triggered, then that can be a recognition of some kind of wounding and some kind of projection, okay? So an example is when we get into a toxic relationship, and you can be in a toxic relationship with someone you don't even know. As an example, you can get into a toxic relationship with a political figure who you've never met, but you can be in a toxic relationship with that person. And the projection is like giving your power away. And so you think, this person is doing something to me. Why is this person doing this thing to me? Why is this person abusing me? Why is this person lying to me? Why is this person using me? Why is this person betraying me? And we absolutely 100% believe that that is external. And we all fall for it. But the truth is, it's actually internal. That's a projection. So as an example, if you say, why is this person treating me so badly? That person isn't doing anything to you. You're doing it to yourself. Why are you in an abusive relationship? You are abusing yourself. You're giving your power away. Oh, no, it's them. It's them. Okay, well, then stay in the relationship. Continue to stay in an abusive relationship and think that you have no power to get out of it. The thing about it is you can't convince someone if they don't want to see it. If they want to believe that this person or situation outside them has power over them, they are absolutely going to believe it. 100%. Unfortunately, they will have no power to change the situation as long as they believe that. The only chance they have of changing that situation is by taking their power back and saying, I do have power. I can leave this situation. I can change this situation. I don't have to be treated this way. And I'm going to do something about it. That's taking the power back, okay? And that is ultimately what frees you. It's what empowers you, and it's what frees you. As long as you think that the situation or person outside of you is the one with the power, you have no power to change that situation. You are powerless. You have literally given your power away to that person or situation. And there's no point in arguing. As long as someone believes that, it's absolutely 100% real for them. There's nothing you can say to change their view of things. And so it's like that idea that whatever you argue for, you get to keep. So if you want to argue for your powerlessness, you get to keep it. So that's yours. But if you want to be free, you can do the shadow work. And so this is an introduction to shadow work. And I'm a living example. I am not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect. I only share my life experience and what I've learned from it. And I have a lot of knowledge, and I do my best to live my knowledge, but I'm an imperfect human being too. So I think it's better to acknowledge that and just to say I'm a work in progress, because I don't want to have to be a hypocrite. So yeah, I'm just sharing my knowledge and experience with you, and I'm a work in progress too. So if that makes sense to you, great. I hope that you'll continue to be a part of this channel. Subscribe, just click on the red button down there in the corner, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Thank you for clicking like on this video and sharing with friends and family and on social media, and leaving your comments below. And if you want to be a part of a community that's doing shadow work, check out my Patreon. There's a link down below in the description box and at the end of this video. And we have group Zoom sessions on a fairly regular basis. And they usually take place on Fridays at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So if that interests you, come on over and become a patron, and you can join those group Zoom sessions. And also you can get exclusive videos and early viewing videos, all ad-free, plus all of the tiers have gifts attached to them. So if you're interested, check it out. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.